Now, if you're curious what happened to Charlie, you must first meet military veteran Stacy Pearsall and why she was in desperate need of a four-legged furry companion.
Well, guess what? More than 14 months later, that adorable puppy has grown into a remarkable service dog in training thanks to his America's Vet Dog trainer, Olivia Poff. Now, she worked with him diligently every day on a wide range of skills. Now the time has come. Charlie is about to give one military veteran the ultimate gift just in time for Veterans Day. But before they meet, let's get to know who Charlie will serve. For Stacy Pearsall, there was never a question of whether she would enlist in the military, only a question of how she would serve her country.
The military was a family tradition, all the way back to the Revolutionary War on my father's side. When I enlisted, I knew I wanted to do something in the arts, and photography was it.
As a photographer in the Air Force, she traveled to more than 40 countries, documenting service members and their everyday lives.
What was wonderful was being able to capture the stories of the American men and women in service, doing some extraordinary things.
After 4 years, Pearsall rose through the ranks to become combat photographer, a coveted opportunity that took her to Iraq, where she covered the Army's infantry operations. It was everything Pearsall had worked for, yet nothing she expected.
There's nothing that can ever fully prepare you for what you see downrange. My contribution was really to make sure that people understood that there are human beings in the uniforms, that they are not invincible, that they love each other.
In 2004, tragedy struck. Pearsall's convoy was hit by a roadside bomb, and NBC News cameras were there. Miraculously, Pearsall and her fellow service members survived the blast. But 3 years later, her convoy was hit again. This time, her injuries would prove too much to bear.
And that is pretty much what sealed my fate in terms of the end of my career.
Today, she still deals with the effects of those attacks. She has a traumatic brain injury and suffers from seizures, migraines, and nerve pain.
Every day I wake up and I don't know if I'm going to have a seizure or not, and so living with that is often tough.
Though it took time, Pearsall knew she wanted to get back behind the lens. And in 2008, the Veterans Portrait Project was born, an effort to photograph and share the stories of military veterans from all walks of life.
It gave me the strength I needed to kind of pull up my bootstraps and to press on and kind of push through the pain.
Pain that she'll now have a little more help coping with, thanks to Charlie.
Good job.
When I have veterans who are waiting on me and relying on me, I don't stop. And I believe that Charlie is going to be just the right teammate to give me the motivation to keep going.
Okay, so if you're still not convinced of the significant impact an animal can have on a human's life, just watch this next video of veteran Stacy Pearsall meeting Charlie for the first time.
Stacy is here now along with Charlie's trainer, Olivia Poff. Stacy, thank you so much for your service. And we are so thrilled to have you here.
Thank you.
This will be your first service dog. You've been waiting about 2 years. How are you feeling?
I am overwhelmed and absolutely excited to meet Charlie.
You know Charlie a little bit because you've been watching the show, and you saw when he had his first day.
I was sitting there with a cup of coffee and I saw Charlie run out, and I looked at my husband and I was like, America's Vet Dogs, I just applied for that. And I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, there is no chance that Charlie would be mine. And then I got the call. I'm just overwhelmed, so very excited.
Can we just take a look at your shirt, sweetie, for 1 second? Because you are definitely already in love with Charlie. What'll it mean meeting him, do you think?
I think it'll be like meeting a new family member, because that's what he's going to be for us. Not only my teammate, but part of the family.
He's very used to celebrities. Do you live near any?
Well, I'm amongst several right now.
We'll go visit.
Olivia, how are you feeling?
Oh my goodness. Whenever people hear that this is my job, they always say, oh, I could never give up that dog, because they focus on the loss.
Yeah.
But I hope today everyone can see that this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
And this is what we've worked collectively so hard for, and I'm thrilled.
Stacy, are you ready? Now, why don't you tell her where to stand, Olivia, and
That's it.
And let's just say, here comes Charlie. Charlie?
Charlie, come. Charlie! That's it! Which team?
Stacy, what's he look like in person?
I have no words.
What can we talk a little bit about what you need from Charlie? What the tasks are that Charlie can help you with?
Well, Charlie's going to join me on the road as I continue my journey with the Veteran Supporter Project. And for this whole time, I've been reluctant to ask for help, and I've been relying on a lot of my friends around me. And Charlie just means a lot more independence and empowerment. So it's going to be really important.
We know, Stacy, this little dog is good for the soul. He's good for your heart, and we just are so happy that he's going to be with you. Really happy. And thank you, Olivia.
Olivia, we love you.
Yeah.
This is the moment that makes it all worth it.
But Charlie's not going tomorrow.
Charlie's not leaving today.
No.
Not today. He'll be here for a little while longer.
Okay.
That's right.
That's right. Stacy, what a pleasure to meet you again. Thank you for your service, and you two are going to make a wonderful pair. You really are. All right.
Yeah.
Olivia, what home are you going to?
Olivia's got to stay.
We're going to stay a little bit longer.
If you're interested in seeing another video of Charlie in action, or you just want to see Charlie again, I've included the link in the description, and if you want to see any of the other videos I have just shown, I also included the links to those videos in the description as well. Now, as I've said in my other videos, dogs are not the only animal used for therapy, although they're probably the most common and well-known. Another common animal used for therapy are horses, who have been involved in medical treatment plans in Europe since the 1860s. Activities like grooming a horse or leading one around a pen have shown to reduce PTSD symptoms in children and adolescents. There are also places where people with disabilities are able to interact with horses. When I used to horseback ride, my trainer got the horse that I rode, Cody, from a place where handicapped children could interact with horses. I thought that was pretty cool when she told me. While horses are another common example of therapy animals, there are much less known animals being used to help people. In one study, a stressed out group of adults were told to pet a rabbit, a turtle, or their toy forms. While the toys had no effects, stroking a live creature provided a relief of anxiety. In another study, when children with autism had a guinea pig in the classroom, they were more social with their peers, smiled and laughed more, and showed fewer signs of stress. Even caring for a living creature seems to make a difference. In a 2016 study, elderly people who were given 5 crickets in a cage became less depressed after 8 weeks than a control group who had nothing to care for. Now, I could keep going on and on about the countless instances animals have been used to benefit humans, but I feel as though I've listed plenty of examples already, or at least prove that animals are in fact beneficial. And if you still don't believe me, feel free to browse the sources I've listed below to find more examples of animals benefiting humans. Unfortunately, this will be my last video, but before I leave, I want to share with you why I created these videos in the first place. As a child, I've always been fascinated with the world of animals, but of course, growing up, I didn't know where that could take me, apart from becoming a vet. And I knew I didn't want to do that since needles and blood kind of creep me out. So that left me in quite a pickle, wanting to have a career where I was surrounded by animals, but not knowing what that career would be. That is when I discovered the exciting world of animal therapy. A career where I could not only be surrounded by animals, but a career where I could help others as well. By creating this video, I hope that those who are in my position know that there are options for them to do what they also want, what they love. I also wanted to simply raise awareness about the crucial yet very unknown type of therapy. If I, somebody who loved animals, had no idea what animal-assisted therapy was until about a year ago, that says a lot, and I hope to change that with this video. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching, and please spread the word about my videos and have other people watch them as well to raise awareness about this crucial type of therapy. See ya!